World War I, known in 1918 as the Great War, had finally ended. Germany and the Central Powers were defeated. The Allies, including the United States, France, and Britain, had won. During the Great War, 8.5 million people died. Of the soldiers who fought, 57 out of every 100 died. Now the world's leaders had to pick up the pieces and sign a peace treaty and figure a way out to avoid a war in the future.
The Iran must create an international body whose purpose is to maintain world peace.
One that can sort out international disputes when they occur.
Look at God, the League of Nations.
Most of the nations of the world are behind this.
Where would it be?
The League of Nations will be based in Geneva, Switzerland, since Switzerland was a neutral country and didn't fight in World War I.
Sounds good. It already has an international organization, the Red Cross.
So what would the League of Nations do if there was a dispute?
First, it could call on the nations in dispute to sit down and discuss the problem in an orderly and peaceful manner.
If one nation was sent to be the wrongdoer, the League
Verbally sanction.
What does that mean? When the grant to back off the nation's
Territory.
face the consequences.
What if that didn't work?
Step 2 would be economic sanctions, something to finally disrupt the aggressor nation.
If they saw bankruptcy as a real possibility, the people in the nation would force their government to accept the League's decision.
How would that work?
The League of Nations would order its members not to trade with an aggressor nation.
If the League of Nations could force a universal boycott against a country, no war would ever come about.
What if the economic sanctions failed?
Jeff.
What if the economic sanctions failed?
Then the League of Nations would resort to sanctions, or physical sanctions, or military force.
Who's military? Britain and France are severely depleted strength-wise after World War I. They couldn't provide the League with the backing it needed.
True. Nor Britain or France has the funds to pay for an army since World War I nearly bankrupts them. The chance of another large-scale war occurring is quite unlikely.
America should not get dragged into wars all across the globe. America should take the isolationism path.
What's isolationism?
The policy of being isolated and remaining apart from the affairs or interests of other groups.
Especially the political affairs of other countries. No one wants to be in a league with Germany or Russia.
Germany won't be allowed to join the League since they started the last war.
Russia won't be allowed since the
Communist?
communist government murdered the Russian Ray family and scares us all.
It's a bad idea, this League of Nations.
The League of Nations has come about by no plan of our conceiving, but by the hand of God has led us into this way. We cannot turn back. We can only go forward with America to show us the way.
I will vote against the League of Nations and vote to reject any treaty that includes it. America needs to take care of America, and only America. We have no business getting involved in other countries' affairs.
Yes, we do. Sometimes people call me an idealist. Well, that's the way I know I'm an American. America is the only idealist country in the world.
I don't like one of the rules.
Which one?
Article 10. It would require the United States to commit economic or military force to maintain the security of member nations.
No, it doesn't. And I should know. I wrote it.
The United States has veto power over any decision.
So we wouldn't have to go along with the League of Nations if we disagree with their decision.
The United States would not legally be bound to the League's dictates, but we will be morally bound to adhere to the League's resolutions.
As a former president, I object because the U.S. could be forced into a war against its will.
The combined pressure of all the world's nations will prevent an unlikely possibility that the U.S. could be forced into a war against its will.
Other nations are horrified at their losses in the Great War. That will make them careful in negotiations.
If we had the League of Nations in 1914, the world would not be thrown into the cost of the Great War.
The question of this hour, therefore, is not whether a beautifully phrased and perfect document has been written, but whether it is the best hope we have.
I think we should make changes to the League of Nations Charter to protect U.S. interests before we join the League of Nations.
But if the League of Nations adopts a plan to reduce armaments, we have to reserve the right to increase our weapons if we are threatened with invasion or engaged in war.
I'm against this. The League would threaten U.S. sovereignty. We'd have to follow directions from an international body, unless, of course, the U.S. considered decisions of the League as suggestions only.
We can join the League to help make decisions, and the minute talk of war comes up, which are our comprehension, it would be better just not to join it at all.
Wilson says the League of Nations will be great brotherhood of nations devoted to the service of God and democracy without a single selfish thought. But that's not what happened after the war.
True that. These very same countries seized every foot of territory they could, grabbing it out from under helpless people everywhere.
So what should the United States do?
We need to sign the Versailles Treaty and join the League of Nations.
No, I intend to do everything in my power as a senator to see the U.S. does not join the League of Nations or sign the Versailles Treaty.
President Wilson suffered a massive stroke in 1919. No compromise was ever reached. The Senate blocked the United States from joining the League of Nations and from signing the Versailles Treaty. In June of 1921, a new president, President Harding, signed a separate peace treaty. The United States never joined the League of Nations.